So I'm finally in my new house. Finally, it took about 3.5 months from the start of us trying to sell, me and my wife trying to sell our townhouse, to getting that sold, to getting this house. I'm gonna spare you all the details, but it got done. And I wanted to give you guys a brief little tour of the new house. So do note that it's still a work in progress. I could have waited a month or two before everything was completed, and it would probably look a little bit nicer, but I'm not a very showy person. The house still looks good. It's still a work in progress. There's some stuff, there's a lot of boxes and whatnot, but I'll give you the gist of it. So right here, I'm just in my it's the entranceway over here. It's definitely bigger than my other place. It's like over twice the size, and it's going to be about twice the work. So I got some leftover paint right here. And speaking of paint, this is like it's called a Union Station. It's like a light gray color. We repainted the entire whole house. That took a few days right there, because when we bought the house, it was like this yellow type color. No offense to people that like yellow, but we have different preferences and different tastes. So we did the Union Station gray right here, and then there's the white trim right there, and then we did a Swiss coffee for the top. So it's pretty common to do a lighter color at the ceiling and then a slightly darker color for the walls, because if you go completely white, which I didn't know about, but if you go completely white for everything, it's going to look like a hospital, and that's what they said. So I'm kind of giving you I actually learned a lot with the whole housing process. This is our second house that we've bought. The first one was a townhouse, so I do have some experience, but man, there's a lot to learn about home ownership, which I'll get into. So it's kind of like my unofficial lesson with a house if you ever decide to buy a house. But anyway, these are some plantain shutters. This came with the house. Plantain shutters, so they go up and down like that. It's all throughout the house. Very, very expensive, but it came with it, which is great. I'm not going to show you the front yard too much, but there's some stuff, some shrubbery, which I may have to start pulling and or hire a gardener. It's to be determined. I may hire them for one time and then just maintain it. I'm not going to show you the outside because there's some privacy that I would like to have. But anyway, hardwood floors right here. These are pretty nice. They came with the place. I kind of prefer maybe a little bit lighter color, but overall I can't complain. It does wreak havoc. I'm going to show you my ugly feet, but it does cause a little bit of pain every once in a while because I'm flat-footed, so I may have to buy some slippers, but it's not like I'm in crutches or anything. So I have a TV right here. So this is kind of like the entryway. Like I said, there's the stairs, and then it kind of opens up right here. So right here, eventually we'll probably put a couch right here, maybe a hangout area, and then the formal dining table. This is the one we had in my other place. It's just for the time being. Eventually we'll get something else. And then moving on to the kitchen, this is where things got a little buck wild. Let's see, cabinets right here, a huge kitchen, much bigger. Let me see if I can get a better view. If you guys recall my other kitchen, when I did the videos, it was so tight and it was really hard, especially when you're trying to cook at the same time. Me and my wife like to cook. We are foodies, so if you look, there's just a ton more counter space right here. We had the cabinet completely repainted as opposed to renovated. It is cheaper if you get a good company. Did that white. We got the stainless steel fridge, and you might be wondering, why is it not hooked up? Well, that was another one of our issues. If you look back here for the plumbing, so to speak, see how it kind of comes out of the wall right here? Usually it's ideal to have it tucked in the back, which I'm gonna have to get a plumber, but it's usually tucked in the back. And why do you have to do that? Because it gives you more leeway to get this fridge back up against this wall. And unfortunately, because this is sticking out a good, I don't know, where am I? Sorry, how many inches is that? 5 inches. The end of the fridge is going to hit right here, and what's going to happen is, you know, your fridge is going to be, let's see if I get a good view right here. So here's the edge of the granite right here. It's going to be jetting out too much, and we don't want that. We want this fridge basically all the way tucked in right here. It looks cleaner. So that's the one pending project right here, but awesome. I got this little cool little cooler for wine, and then here's just, you know, TV right there. We might mount it eventually. Got my old couch right there. I got a lot of stuff right here, but trust me, I am not, it's still in the process. We're not this messy. It's gonna be completely spotless, but we're not dirty, that's for sure. There's just pots and pans. We weren't able to place all of our kitchen stuff in yet because we're having the cabinets finished. So let's jet on out to the backyard really briefly. And this is gonna be really, really cool. All right. And I didn't have much of a backyard at my other place, and this is gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great for barbecuing and whatnot. And right there, so take a look, there's a hot tub right there. We might not use that, I'm not sure. But see all that room right there? This could also be great for workout videos. So let's give you a quick little view. So I was talking about the gardening that we may need to do, but look at all that room right there. Lot size is close to 6,000, so I'm really excited about that. And then also, like I said, workout videos, and we might do a built-in barbecue somewhere, maybe here, or put it on top of that deck, or I don't know. It's not anytime soon because this stuff does cost a lot of money, so we do have our limits. And going down here, you got a washer and dryer. I'll just, you know, save you the details right there. Washer and dryer tucked in. You got a half bathroom here. Put that mirror up recently. And then the garage, pretty basic. Still got a lot of boxes and stuff, but regular size garage. My wife's gonna, for sure, eventually, once all this is put away, she's gonna park her car on one side of the garage. I'm undecided. I want to keep one half available because I want to start building a home gym. That's for the future, but it's something that I've always wanted to do. I still have my gym membership. I pay like $49 a year. Very, very dirt cheap, but I want to definitely get the home workouts and more footage because I hate filming at the gym. I don't mind doing it, but it's just not the same. I don't want to be that one asshole with a freaking tripod and make it a big old scene like a Steven Spielberg film. So I'll keep you updated on that, assuming you guys stay with the channel. But that's that's gonna come hopefully in due time, but that's not a priority. And then let's just go on upstairs. Bam, dude, got air conditioning finally. My other place didn't have air conditioning, although it probably needs to be serviced. This carpet right here, see, it's got a lot of wear and tear, especially if you look, it's a little bit dirty. So we're gonna get that shampooed, and you can actually rent one of those special vacuums that does the carpet cleaning. It's cheaper. I think you could rent it, well, at least in California, you could rent it for like 40 bucks, I think. So we're gonna do that once we get all of this maintenance stuff done. We don't wanna carpet clean it and then all the maintenance people come in with their shoes, because I'm Asian. Most Asians, we don't like to have our shoes on in the house, excuse me. So once all the maintenance stuff is done, then we're gonna, you know, carpet clean this probably. It's the shutters again. I'm gonna close these up a little bit, keep it cool. And speaking of keeping it cool, it's much cooler because it's a bigger place. The heat is distributed more evenly. It's not compacted in one small area. And then so there's other rooms, work in progress. This is the office room. My wife, she does work from home a couple times a week. I've been kind of taking over a little bit, you know, her work stuff. Right now, I've been editing some of my YouTube videos in here or downstairs. Speaking of the YouTube, this is going to be my unofficial. I actually recorded my first video in this room, and I got my tripod, some other stuff. I eventually want to maybe place a small desk here so I could do my editing in addition, but it's so good to have this already set up in a room, because in my previous home, it was just, I had to put it by the kitchen. It was really, really small, and I couldn't just leave it right here because it was right by the dining table. So it's so good just to have so much more space and so much more shelf space in general too. I mean, there's a lot of closets in here. I got my tripod and stuff, and eventually I will do a video and show you all the types of equipment that I use to make YouTube videos. Nothing too crazy. It's definitely affordable, and if you do YouTube videos, that would be a good video to watch. And there's another empty room right here for now, and then one guest bathroom here. This one we do want to renovate. It's a little bit outdated, but it does work, so that is wonderful. And that's the office, and then the master, all work in progress once again, but we do have a bed, thank goodness. Might eventually put cable TV in there. I got some old lights we took out because we are in the process of putting in new light fixtures right there, and we might change the mirrors. And then the closet space is just great, and then there's the master bathroom right there. So let me go back down. So overall, obviously we are pretty happy, but it's not always a fairy tale, because the reality of the situation is, I mean, I'm definitely happy, but the reality of the situation is, with home ownership, especially when it's a bigger house, there's a lot more responsibilities. I'm sure everyone knows that, but until you experience it from firsthand, I mean, there's stuff, I mean, like I said, the front yard, the backyard, I may need to hire a gardener. You know, there's a lot of just other things. You have a bigger house, you end up using more electricity. If you have AC, you want to use it, it's going to cost money. So we are financially very, what's the word? We're not flashy people. We're not cheap, but we're very practical, and a house is definitely an investment. So if I am going to put money into certain things, it's going to be on stuff that will increase in value, such as our previous home. But I will say we do also try to have fun as well, go on vacations. But this year we weren't, like usually once a year we go on a pretty decent vacation. A couple years ago we went to Europe, but this year with all the renovations and stuff, it's just, we can afford it, but we don't want to overextend. So that's my home advice for anyone, or maybe you guys and gals already have the experience, but if you don't, just make sure to crunch your numbers accordingly. Try not to overextend, because you need to understand that banks, even though they're more strict with loaning out money, especially after the housing bubble burst in 2008, they're still pretty strict. But even if they loan you a certain amount of money, you don't have to use the maximum amount, because they don't take into account other things, such as if you have kids, daycare, emergency funds, what else? Saving for retirement. They just want to make sure they're covered and that you can pay the money to them, and you don't default on the loan, so they don't lose money. That's their main concern. They don't really think about quality of life or other things, but that's for another discussion. If you got this far in this video, give yourself a pat on the back, because it's a long video. I appreciate all your support. That is it for this video, and once again, I'm really excited about having a lot more space. The cooking videos, I'm not gonna feel as crammed. I can definitely expand my quality of videos and repertoire. In addition to possibly getting a home gym, I can film that in the garage, and then outside doing the home workouts, or even in the room. Those are definitely going to come. I'm still jotting down ideas. I hope you guys are having a good day. I'll see you guys next video. Bye.